The Legend of the Underground Railroad. All the tracks are gone, the abolitionists no longer. The slaveholders turned to dust. The freedom seekers vanished, but their legend lives on. Ripley's Rankins hid fugitives, battled slave catchers, raised a lantern atop a 30-foot pole overlooking the valley, a beacon of liberty, spreading hope where all else was darkness. Henry Brown mailed himself in a box, 3.5 feet by 2, from Richmond to Philadelphia. Turned upside down, he felt his brain about to burst. Finally, after 27 hours, he was released and broke out in song, thanking the Lord. Harriet Jacobs fled to her grandmother's attic, 7 feet by 9, to escape her lascivious master. 7 long years waiting for freedom. Charles Torrey rescued 15 slaves in a wagon, eluding slave patrols from D.C. to Troy, New York, 350 miles. Returning, he was caught, put in prison, where he died, leaving behind a widow and 3 small children. Seth Conklin planned an escape for 4 slaves in Alabama. They rowed a boat 369 miles, only to be caught by slave catchers who put Seth in chains, then pushed him to his death in the Ohio River, that borderline between slavery and freedom. William Still was the secretary in Philadelphia's abolition office when fate brought him his long-lost brother. Thereafter, he recorded stories of hundreds of others who sought his help and put them in a book that testifies to the legend. Louis Napoleon often got out of bed in the wee hours to meet freedom seekers at the ferry, brought them to a safe house in New York City until Sidney Howard Gay was ready to send them where they could be free. Harriet, the Moses of her people, stilled the cry of babies, outfoxed the slave catchers, foretold of successful journeys to the promised land, and helped Union soldiers free hundreds from slavery. John Brown took the name Shubal Morgan to rescue 19 slaves from Missouri to Kansas through Iowa, Illinois, and Michigan to Canada, the longest journey ever along the legendary Gateway. After being hung by the neck, his glory, hallelujah, was sung by the soldiers fighting for the freedom we should sing of forever. That is their story, the legend we call the Underground Railroad, whose goodness now seems lost to the ages.